In today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at a AR-15 cleaning kit made by Otis. It carries a part number or an NSN number of 1005-01-526-7294. It also has a Otis part number of, I believe it's PK-IS-225-56. Now there's two versions of this kit. There's the military version, which sells for a bit more than the law enforcement version. If you can't identify the kit by the part number, you can identify the military kit by the fact that all of the included components inside the kit are black. Most all the components in the law enforcement kit are gold or brass in color. So, this particular Otis grip kit, that's what it's called, is for the M4 M16 rifle. And it includes a myriad of components that fit inside of a sleeve, which slides into the stock grip on an M4 or M16. And according to Otis, they on their website they talk about on long patrols or run and gun special ops, every ounce you can minimize in the gear you carry makes a difference. Carry the tools you need to keep your rifle clean and clear without sacrificing weight. American made and specifically designed for the M4 M16 weapons with a standard hollow grip. This kit includes a 26-inch memory flex cable for effective and correct breech to muzzle cleaning, a 5.56 bronze bore brush to remove copper deposits and other fouling, a obstruction removal tool for jammed cases and other blockages, essential tools for fast cleaning of neck, bore, receiver, and chamber, ultra lightweight grip kit case, and the dimensions are 1 1/4 inch by 3 1/8 inch by 1/2 inch. And like everything else from Otis, it is a American made product. So this particular one is a military issue grip kit, and it comes in this bag like so, and there's some part numbers on the back, cage codes, NSN numbers, and so on. And it's a Ziploc bag. So I'm going to go ahead and open this and take it out, and we'll take a look at the contents. Okay, here are the contents of the bag. You've got a installation guide and a cleaning guide. So this particular guide talks about the components that are in the kit and M16 cleaning instructions. And if we open this up, there are further cleaning instructions. And on the back is the only installation instructions on how to install this sleeve into your M4 M16 A2 style pistol grip. And it includes, so we have the insert for the grip, that's this black piece right here. We have a anchor for the insert, and that's this piece right here that goes inside of the grip. A replacement grip screw that's designed to be used with this insert. A 5/32 hex key or hex wrench for installing the bolt. 5.56 millimeter patches, it includes 10 of those, that's inside the bag right there. A 26-inch .117 caliber memory flex cable. That's this cable right here. 5.56 millimeter slotted tip for your patches. That's right there. 5.56 obstruction remover T-handle base. That would be this item right here. And when they refer to the T-handle, that would include this tool inserted through here, and then you'd screw this entire assembly onto the end of the flex cable, and that gives you your T-handle. There's also a 5.56 millimeter bore brush. What they call a NATO adapter, and that's this item right here. The T-handlebar, and the T-handlebar is a tapered, and that more or less covers the contents of the kit. The CD that it comes with a mini CD. I did take a look at this CD. I thought it was specific for this kit, but it's not. It has tons of information on rifle cleaning and maintenance and different kits. So it's not specific just to this kit. There's a whole ton of information on there. I didn't go through everything that was on there. I was looking for specific information about this kit, how to install it, and so on. And I didn't really find much information. I did find a picture that showed this insert with 3 5.56 rounds in it. So I'm assuming that if you didn't want to use this insert with the cleaning kit, you could put 3 rounds in this and have a few extra rounds stored in your grip. I have not tested that. I just saw pictures of it. It does look like it would work, but I did not test it. So, going back to the instructions on how to insert this in an A2 style grip, they specifically state to use the included grip screw and this base piece, slide it into your the core of your grip, and then screw it back down to your lower receiver. Then the grip insert will slide in and lock into place. And how it's supposed to work is when it slides into the grip, it goes something like this, and of course this is compressed a little bit and it snaps into place, and you can see there's little cutouts there. Supposedly that's how this is supposed to work, and it holds it in place. And when you want to remove this from the grip, there's a little finger tab right there. You get your finger in and you pull it out. So move all that out of the way for just a second. Now, I have a Palmetto State Armory A2 style grip, and this one's obviously painted flat dark earth. And originally I thought that I got a bit too much paint in this opening because this item will not go in there and seat. So I took a rasp actually, and spent about an hour filing out the inside of this, and I basically got nowhere. So this piece will not fit in this Palmetto State Armory A2 style grip. I'm not going to file on this anymore. I've already wasted an hour. I assume you could probably take this piece and file it down. I did not want to do that because there is, as you can see here, there is a lip on this, and these little clips are attached to the lip. I didn't want to compromise the integrity of this piece by taking the Dremel to it. So I only have one of these A2 style grips to test, and this is definitely not going to work with this type of grip. So I want to throw that out there right away, that if you are considering one of these types of kits, keep in mind that you may have to do some extensive amount of work on the inside of your grip to get this piece to fully seat all the way inside. This gets down to about right there, and it won't go any further. And of course, this is way too deep for me to, stick a Dremel in there. I don't have a flex cable adapter for my Dremel, unfortunately, so I've been using a file, a rasp file, and some other types of files to take off some material on the inside. So if you did have a Dremel with a flex cable adapter, and you could put a sanding wheel on it, and you could get down in here and sand this area, you could probably take out enough material quickly to get this to fit. So no luck with this, but what I can show you is, even without that piece in there, you can see how this inserts. It recesses into the A2 style grip way up in there, and it's actually fairly tight. I wouldn't want to run this without this clip piece, of course, but it is in there. It is in there pretty tight. And to get it out, you can reach your pinky in there and get that little tab and pull on it, and it'll come right out. And I know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking, hey, this is a cool idea. Will it work on any other type of grips? Well, I don't have a lot of different style of grips here. I tried this in an Ergo grip and a Bravo company grip, and I've got a Magpul MOE. This is just not designed for these other types of grips. I mean, you can stuff it in there, and this doesn't quite work right because the Magpul has a little a grip capsule on the bottom here, or a grip cap. And if I stick this in here, the grip cap isn't really going to go back in place without some extensive modification to this. So, if I wanted to take the Dremel of this and trim off a little bit, I could get it to stick far enough down in there so I could put the cap back on. But then again, there's ample space inside of this. You could take all these components and you could put them all in there. I could even got enough space to. This little flex cable rolls up pretty small. You could roll up this flex cable and it would I could stuff it all in a Magpul grip, but it would make noise rattling around if you did that. So no go on the Bravo company, and the Ergo and the Magpul. Definitely not designed for it. And just for giggles, I've got a Magpul MVG grip here, and of course this is not designed for that either. Doesn't really fit, it's not even close. So just some random experimentations with some other components I had laying around. I'm going to go ahead and put all the components in this so you can see that they all fit. Okay, took me a few minutes to get everything in there correctly. And what you basically have to do is, with the flex cable, you've got to get the flex cable all the way down to the bottom, loop it up to the top, and make it work that way. Otherwise, these other longer components are not going to fit inside of this little storage unit. So, and even with everything in there, I'm not exactly sure this is going to snap in over this cap. Again, I like to defer back to instructions on how to do this, and there really isn't any instructions I can find on how to do this. I can already tell that even with the amount of time I spent to wind this flex cable up and get this in here, if it's not going to snap into this cap. It's something that's going to be, I can tell this is going to be frustrating, because it's only going to go in one way. I can't even get this cap to lock into place and go down. So anyway, let's assume that I actually did manage to get all of this stuff in here, and we slid it into the grip core. It's not too noisy. Some of the components will probably rattle around a little bit. And if you notice, I didn't even put any of these cleaning patches in there. There's just, I might be able to get 1 or 2 of the patches in there, but there's 10 in this bag. I can barely get all these components in here, let alone 10 patches on top of that. And even then, I can't get this cap to go on. I'm going to have to take this all out and work on it some more. So this particular kit, this military one, made by Otis, has a retail, I believe, of around $66, $67. The law enforcement model is a little cheaper. I've seen these kits on different websites for upwards of $100, if you can believe that, which I would never pay $100 for this. I'm quite frustrated with this kit already because it won't fit my A2 grip. I've been struggling trying to get everything in here, this particular kit I bought off of eBay, new in the package, for $25 shipped. So to me, that's a reasonable price for this kit. The components, if we look past this little grip core thing, these individual cleaning kit components are like any of the other Otis components. They're nice and nice, high quality components. So I mean, these are good items to use in your for cleaning your rifle. I've got no qualms with these components. I'm assuming that these are just as good as the other Otis components I've used in the past, because I've owned several different kits. It's just the implementation of this is pretty cheesy. There's not enough flexibility to fit different styles of A2 grips. I guess since this is the military one, maybe they're assuming that this is only going to be put into Colt grips, but maybe the law enforcement one is a little different and has a bit more flexibility in fitting other grips. I don't know. So that's something to be aware of if you buy this, to get this working on your A2 grip, it's going to require a bit of, possibly it might require a bit of work. It depends on which grip you have. And then you're going to have to spend a bit of practice time trying to fit everything in here. You might be able to get some of these 556 cleaning wipes in there as well. And when you're done, you still don't have any oil. So that's the other thing I was thinking about. This is a great idea to have a cleaning kit with your rifle, but now kind of useless with no oil. So I guess that means you got to carry a small bottle of CLP in your loadout or your pack or whatever. But then again, there's just no way you could fit any oil in this. So do I think this is a good buy? The $25, I think $25 is a good price for this kit. $60, no way I'd buy a regular kit. Would I buy this and keep this in my rifles? Well, no. I don't use A2 style grips. I use either Magpul or Bravo company grips. And the mag pulls have a compartment, and if you're familiar with my other previous videos, I run a Myad, and that particular grip has a little oil bottle in it. So that's what I carry on my rifles. It's the oil bottle, or I might carry batteries in there. Yeah, it's hard for me to recommend this, given the frustration I've had with this kit at this point. Not that I'm knocking Otis. Like I said, I've got several Otis cleaning kits, and their components are good. And I think the idea is great, to make something that fits in this grip. I just think the implementation of it could have been better thought out. The way this works and the way this works. I just don't particularly like this little chintzy plastic design right here. If just by looking at it, I have my doubts that this is going to be rock solid. It's definitely not waterproof. There's no gaskets. That's the other thing. If you look at Bravo Company or Magpul products, their doors are pretty water resistant. Anything you put in there really is not going to get any water in it. Their grip cores are like that. They've got O-rings on them. So I'll leave it at that. You can come to your own conclusions on this Otis grip kit, whether or not it's something you want to look at. So keep your eye on eBay. That's where I found this at around $25. I notice there's a few different sellers that are selling them right around in that price range. So that seems to be the market price right now for this military surplus stuff.